Sean, you saw the talk of the practice against the Bears, that the Bears were dirty and they were taking physical shots and all that and taking them down to the ground. And all that. You heard about that, right? You heard about? Did you hear about Teron Armstead on his podcast? And Teron's an awesome player and a super pro and all that, but he was saying that he was there and that the scuffle between the two linebackers, okay, your two top linebackers, that it was, well, one wanted the other to hit the guy and take him down to the ground instead of just marking him up like the play is dead right there and all that. And so Toronto was talking about how, it was, and they're talking about how it was brotherly love and all that kind of crap. And, to me, look, man, um, the bottom line is that is another example of why the Dolphins have been in this rut for 40 years. Now you're expecting the defense on the other side of the field to take down their offensive players because the defense here is taking down Miami's offensive players. The question I have for you, the question I have for Teron Armstead, who played on that side of the ball, the question I have for all of the Miami Dolphin players that are there, the question I have for the last 40 years of Miami Dolphin players, let me ask you something. If the defense is taking players down, you as offensive players, what are you doing about it? How come a guard isn't coming off the line and just blowing right through a linebacker and right through the whistle and slamming him to the ground? Why isn't a tackle coming out and just running over a safety or a guard or a corner for the hell of it? Playing right through. Why aren't they taking shots? Why isn't the guard like manhandling the defensive tackle and slamming him to the ground to send their defense? The offense sends the defense the message, we're not taking your shit. Why does it take somebody else on the other side of the field to try to defend you? And let me ask you something, because I saw this from the writers, mostly all from the writers, and even some of the fans were on this. Oh, the Bears were dirty. That. Bro, it's football. Punch them back in the mouth. By the way, here's my rant from yesterday. How do you like them apples, mofo? That's all they say about my team. Oh, they're too physical. They play too hard. They hit you hard. They're dirty, this, that. Well, F you, bitch. F you. That's what I want. I don't want to hear about a bunch of writers talking about, oh, the Bears were dirty. No, the Bears are playing football, dude. Be a man. Answer the call. Bust them in the goddamn jaw. You want to know why the Dolphins don't win in big moments? You want to know why the Dolphins are such wussies in December and in January? And it doesn't matter if it's this guy or this guy, because it has nothing to do with these people. They can pass the ball, but the people in front of them have no balls. The coaches on the sidelines have no balls. From Shula all the way to Mike McDaniel, there's no fucking balls on this team, ever. It's always a finesse bullshit style. Oh, we got a great passer. That's it. No, asshole. Run the goddamn ball. Run people over. I ranted about this last night, and I'm ranting about it again, which I don't like to do. But I like to make Sean's life a little easier. Isn't it interesting how all we heard from writers and, oh, the Bears are dirty. And then all we hear from the Panthers is, oh, the Panthers are dirty. Well, yeah, F you, buddy. We got 2 Stanley Cups. They've gotten 3 straight. They've learned how to kick your ass. How about the Miami Dolphins learning how to kick someone's ass for once? That's what I'm talking about. What a contrast. This is why it's day 18,838 since the Miami Dolphins lifted the Vince Lombardi trophy, because the last time they lifted the Vince Lombardi trophy, they kicked your fucking ass. Jim Langer or Larry Little wasn't taking your shit, dude. And Zonka wasn't taking your shit. And that was the difference in the game. And that's the difference in the Dolphins the last 40 years and the first 10 when they actually had success. They would punch you in the mouth if you got out of line, offense or defense. So this bullshit about one linebacker fighting against the other, and they're, no. No, Brooks, no, Dotson, you need to take him down. Because we got to defend our guys on the other. No, why don't they defend them damn selves? And again, I'd like a modern day reference. Here, please help me with a modern day reference, because I've got to go back to the Bad News Bears, and the Miami Dolphins are lupus. And everybody picks on lupus because lupus doesn't defend himself ever. So it takes Tanner to come over and defend lupus. So is that what we're doing? We need Tanner to go defend lupus? Sorry, I don't have a modern day reference. Give me one, please, so I can use it the next time. If you haven't watched the Bad News Bears, I can't help you. It's awesome. The way they talked about the Dolphins and the Bears this past, oh, the Bears are dirty. They were taking people down. How dare they? And the talk of the Panthers is completely the opposite. They talk about them like they make the Bears sound like nothing. The league and people talk about the Panthers like they are the devil. And guess what? I'm glad. I'm glad that the Panthers win the game before they step on the ice. Before they step on the ice, the opponents know, oh shit, bro. This is going to be 60 fucking minutes of torture. These people are going to be physical with us. They're going to check us. They're going to hit us all the way through, and we got to bring it. Because if we don't bring it, we're going to get our asses kicked. Oh, they're dirty. They're too physical. This, that. Sam Bennett. F you, buddy. Give me Sam Bennett. Give me the bully on Broadway. Because with the Dolphins, oh, we can't get too physical here. So chew on that one now. Who do you want to be? The Panthers or the Dolphins? I commend the Bears for trying to at least be the Panthers. Do I think they will be? No. But I sure as hell know the Dolphins will never be the Panthers. Just think about that. The Panthers win game like the Canes. You remember the Canes? Well, some of you are too young because you don't know. But the Canes of the 80s and early 90s, 80% or 90% of their games were over before the game started. The opponent knew it was over. It was done. They were going to kick their ass. They were going to outplay their ass. They were going to out-athletic their ass. All of it. The Canes would have a shit ton of penalties and still kick your ass by 40 points. That's how good they were. They could have a bunch of penalties and still kick your ass. And that's what I like about the Panthers. They will wear you out, they will kick your ass, and then they will beat you. And then you could go home crying like the Dolphins do and their writers. Oh, the Bears were too physical. They were dirty. They were this, that. Well, they were playing football, bro. They were sending messages. And they kind of know that with the Dolphins, you can push them around. And when you have that reputation, it is what it is. No, the linebackers need to protect us. That's some wussy ass shit, bro. That's all I can say.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.